Hi everyone, this is Ricky from Romero Cards. I hope you're having a great week. This week we are going to do a card using the MFT Make Yourself at Home stamp set, and these are the supplies we're going to use today. First, we're going to use the stamp set by MFT Make Yourself at Home. We're also going to use a Nina Solar White card base, 110 pounds, cut at 5.5 by 4.25. We're also going to use a plain white piece of paper that will eventually cut to 4 by 5.25. We're going to use two different styles of pattern paper. You can choose any type you would like for this. We're going to use the Lawn Fawn Stitch borders as well. We're also going to use an acrylic block and some VersaFine ink for our sentiment. Okay, so that's all the products, and here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is take the pattern paper and we're just going to stamp out all the images. I'm using some VersaFine ink here. I'm going to stamp the couch on the solid color. And then all the other stamps are going to be on this plaid color. I'm actually doing a rug, a few pillows, and actually the lamp that is in the set also, but we're only going to use the top part of the lamp. So here you'll see me cut out the rest. There are 4 little buttons that we could put in the center of those pillows, but I totally forgot about it. I'm just stamping the top here. And then we're just going to stamp out the lamp in white also. And then you're going to see the world's fastest fussy cutting here. I could have used my scan and cut, but I really haven't investigated into how to cut out stuff with patterns on it yet, so it was just easier for me to cut all this out anyway. It wasn't too hard. I do not have the die set for this because I have the scan and cut too. I try not to buy any dies with my stamp sets because that's more money that you could be using for stamps. So I'm cutting all this out. I am using my scan and cut to cut out the lamp here, and I'm not showing you that. I just show you on the mat, and then here magically it appears. So now we're going to cut the paper down to 4 by 5.25, and we're also going to use, this is what we're going to use to do the stitch borders with. Now I did see this idea on Pinterest. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the person that did this idea, but I used one of the stitch dies here and just put it several locations on the paper. And now what we're going to do is stamp on the sentiment. I'm just lining it up here to see exactly where I want it to go on the card. I'm using the Misty tool. This is great. The grid there also helps you line up your stamps for sentiments. I can't say enough about the Misty here. And it seems like I may be a little bit off camera here, so some of the things may not show up as good. So I have the sentiment on there. I took a gum or a glue eraser and took off some of the glue. You'll see that I put a white piece of paper over top of that. That's because when I was using a solid white piece of paper, it was putting stuff on top of my card base. So here for the first time, I'm using my Xyron sticker maker. I only used it for the couch because all the other things were too small. This is very sticky. I was not aware that it was so sticky, and I actually cut out a lot of it sticking to my fingers. So now what we're going to do is start building the card up, and there it is sticking again. And we're going to go ahead and put the couch on, and then somewhere here I have lost the lampshade. I cut a bunch of that out because I was trying to find it, and then here I am having to cut it out again. Of course, when I was cleaning up after the card, I found it. It was on the bottom of the glue container that you're looking at now. So now I'm just cutting some fun foam to fit on the back of the card to add a little dimension onto the card base. And I'm just making it so that it's inside the card base there. And then you're going to see me add some double-sided adhesive to this in a moment. And I actually put it on both sides, but you really only need to see me put it on one side because it's the same on both sides. This glue is really strong, and once it's in place, it's in place. So make sure that you have everything lined up. It's a little hard to get the backing paper off of it as well. Always struggle with that, and I have to use my tweezers. I don't have fingernails or anything, so I have man hands. So we have that there, and then we're just gonna start putting the card all together. I'm gonna put this on the card base, and then I'm put the rest of the following items onto the card. And it's nothing too crazy. This is actually a simple card. You could put it out I think this took me maybe 17 minutes to do, and I knocked it down to 7 minutes, through the magic of YouTube. But this is a pretty easy card, and in the end you'll see the other card that I made as well. I made a masculine version and a feminine version of this card. Masculine cards are hard to make, so I thought this would be a good one to send to a guy in your life. Here you're just seeing me paper piece the lampshade on top of the lamp, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto the card. And then for a second there I panicked because I couldn't find one of the pillows. Probably could have left one of the pillows off of the couch actually, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there, and I'm going to put the pillows on as well. I also want to remind you guys that I have a giveaway that is from my last video that I put out. It is the July haul video. Go over and watch that video. It'll be linked at the end of this video, and go ahead and enter in the giveaway. I have over 200 subscribers now, and that's one way that I want to thank you guys for subscribing, is by doing a giveaway. You'll see what I'm giving away in the last video. So here are the two cards that I made for this video. The first one is the second one is the feminine there, and the second one that I just made is the masculine. I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. Please link the videos at the end. Click the big B to subscribe to the channel. Have a great week. Bye.